What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. There is a dance hall artist out there by the name of Shinsei. I don't know. I like dance hall. It's very popular in Africa. I don't know what they're saying, just like Afro beats. But I do like dance hall, especially the ladies like dance hall. And I like to see them, dancing like that so I can be thirsty, right, brothers? But she is a dance hall artist. She's dated many different dudes in the industry. And she has very provocative music. And even on podcasts, talks about, Jamaican men, look at her down there and all this. So she is really dusted up, okay? But now she posted something on Twitter and said that women are the new men, sadly. Okay? Women are the new men, sadly. So of course, you started getting response from brothers. So when y'all come on social media and say stuff like this, do you really expect men to give up their seat on the bus? Are you expecting us to pull over and help you charge that flat? Somebody said this, right? One person. Another brother goes, okay. Oh, you mean women are going to build roads, bridges, houses, railroads, schools, hospitals, supermarkets, and all the many other conveniences we have in this world? So, let me just talk about this. Number one, being in the black community, like most of you brothers, right? We come from an era, especially I was born in the 80s. So in that era, that was the independent female era. You was hearing it in the music. The New Jack Swing, Mary J. Blige. You had all these black women who were going into the private sector, going into the industry, some becoming business owners, some becoming, very high profile employees, CEOs of companies. All of that black women had, right? And they were getting pretty much a lot of props for that. I won't begrudge them for their motivation and determination. But what we saw also was a lot of women saying they don't need men. And in the result of the children that many of these ladies had, those who wanted to be successful and made it, and those who wanted to be successful and didn't make it, we saw the outcome of their children. How do we know that? Because we're running from the outcome of their children right now. In Black America, these are the Gunners, even though he had a two-parent household, the Young Thugs, the Pookies and the Ray Rays. And then what black women started to say after these kids came out from the agenda of independent, I don't need no man, that the boys that they raised could not take care of women. This is not all of them. This is just, but a good percentage of them, right? These boys were not like the guys in the 60s. They were not like the men in the 70s, in the 50s and 40s. They didn't have a lot of emotional intelligence. They didn't have a lot of masculinity. They didn't have a lot of skills. Because these women had babied those boys. Those boys became suckers. And the only thing that they were good at, if they were even good at that, was in the bedroom. That's where you saw the most development of a lot of black men that came out of these homes. They were no longer builders. All right. They didn't want to protect their women. They didn't want to build any communities for their women. So they didn't, because they mama babied them. They became mama's boys. They became guys who looked like men, but they didn't know how to act like men. So then after creating or having a very big role in creating this sort of new worthless brother that you was encountering in Black America, are not as good as what we have seen before, then you complain about the guy. Now all of a sudden that guy ain't nothing. All of a sudden the women are the new men now. And as if the women didn't have, nothing to do with the creation of these black men that ended up being a worse version than those in the past. And if women are the new men, well, we can see it because look in the Black America. What development do you get? Nothing. Not like before. You don't have families there. And it's another way of putting down the guys that some of you sisters helped create. Some of you sisters helped create these men by picking the fathers that were no good. Some actually got left and, you know, the dad died. I get it. But most of the ladies that complain about this didn't want to be married. So now you're the new man. Let's put down the guys that we helped create, make. And you don't want to have no ownership in how those guys came about. Yeah, these black men of today, I agree. We're the worst batch. I'll say it in comparison to our predecessors. Yes, the black men of today, this generation, we are the worst as a group of men in comparison to the guys that came before us. Absolutely right, 100%. We are nothing like the guys in the 60s. Nothing like the guys in the 50s. Nothing like the guys that came out in the 70s. Nothing like them. We don't have their work ethic. We don't have their community-minded mindset. We don't have their zeal. We don't have their passion. But also, we also understand that what we're trying to get from the other groups of people across the street ain't worth what we thought it was. See, it ain't just us that's just messed up. Y'all got messed up too in that process. And another thing too, when you hear this women and men this kind of concept or talking points, you know, imagine me saying that, you know, something like black women are not feminine. Let's just say if I was to say that, right? What would you hear from black women? Oh, that's a stereotype. That's not true of all of them, okay? Now, you have a lot of brothers out there who y'all don't even want to give an opportunity to. Let's talk about that. So many times that your women pass up on brothers that actually got it going on. Now, we'll say in comparison to our predecessors, we are not as good as them. That's true. But there's a lot of good black men out there that y'all don't even want to give them an opportunity at all. They got to go to Africa and get it. They got to go over to Dominican Republic and get it. And the thing about it is the men that y'all choose are not men. Y'all looking at all the wrong things. You're looking at charisma. You're looking at looks. You're not looking at the fact that the guy is stupid. He don't know what he's doing. He don't know how to build nothing. He can't work with other men to achieve anything. He don't have no future. He's a fake rich dude just like you. Soon as he get his money, he spend it. He don't have no plan for the future. And then you get with a guy like that and you keep getting with guys like that because that's what you think is sexy. Now you mad. You mad at your own taste. When you have plenty of brothers who are still community minded, still will build, still will treat you nice, but you're not interested in them because, you know, they're not cool enough or something like that. You know, it's always an excuse. And this is the reason why black men don't want to do nothing for a lot of black women, because look at the disrespect. This is why you don't get, that's why a lot of black men are so tired. And I want our people to be together, but see, things like this is making it worse. It ain't making it better. A lot of brothers is already checked out of the black community as it is. Then you add this idiot or buffoonery statement to that. And then you think the guys are going to deal with that? You think guys are going to deal with that? Hell no, they're not going to deal with it. They're going to be on their way. And we need to do a better job. Listen, stop, even with a lot of black women out here. Yeah, you have black women who have some problems, but let's stop generalizing our sisters so much all the goddamn time. Like all of them are bad. They're not. Just like all of the men ain't bad. Now, we ain't what we used to be, and the black women of today ain't what they was in the 60s and the 70s. We are far removed from what the kind of people we used to be. That's for sure. We are in that this generation, we are not what our ancestors were. Period. They are much better than us. But that don't mean you still can't find good people. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. I'm out.